seems like you're a lot more in attack mode. You feel more sort of comfortable taking over big moments?
I've watched film a lot lately, and after the UCLA game, I realized there were spots where I let the defense off the hook and stuff like that, where I could attack them and put pressure on them. I just try to take advantage of that in these last 2 games.
What was the difference in the second half compared to the first half? I think you guys shot like 20-something% in the first half, 44 in the second.
Yeah, I think in the first half we were selfish as a group, and we weren't really playing for each other. And then we talked about it at halftime, and we came together as a team and worked together on both ends of the floor. And I think that's why we won the game.
Do you think there was any kind of letdown from the Louisville game, that being a rivalry game, a big win?
Sorry?
What's that?
Say that again.
Was there any kind of letdown from the Louisville game, that being an emotional game, a big rivalry win? Do you think that affected you in the first half?
No, I don't think we were worried about that.
Well, why do you think you guys were selfish then?
To be honest, I can't tell you.
It just happens.
I guess sometimes a lot of us are young. I guess I don't know what to tell you, honestly.
Shai, you said 2 days ago after the Louisville game that sometimes in the back of your mind you want to prove that you belong.
Mm-hmm.
Today, Cal said you're the best player on this team. How does that sound to you coming out of his mouth?
I don't really worry about it too much, honestly. I know Coach is a good coach, and he's going to put all of us in a position to be successful as a group and as individuals, so I'm not really worried about it.
Does that feel like some validation though for you, for him to say he thinks you're the best guy on this team right now?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you get a sense, it seemed like towards, as this game wore on, it was clear that he wanted the ball in your hands, that you wanted the ball in your hands. Did you get that sense down the stretch that everybody out there wanted it in your hands with the game on the
line? Personally, I'm confident in my ability in making plays. And I just felt like I was the best playmaker on the floor, and I want to do that.
What do you think it says about the team that y'all can shoot 31% and still find a way to win?
Personally, shooting isn't our best, I say, attribute as a team. We're the best at getting downhill and putting pressure on teams on both ends of the floor and getting on transition. And I guess shooting bad today forced us to do so. And we just did that at a really high rate and really well in the second half, and that's why we came out with a win.
Cal keeps saying that some of the other guys on this team feel the weight of the world, as he calls it, and that they're maybe afraid to fail. And what is making you so successful is you're not afraid, you're not feeling that pressure. Why aren't you, and what would your advice be to teammates that are feeling the pressure about how to play more free?
Personally, I just know that I'm blessed amongst a lot of people in the world. And I just thankful for every opportunity, so I have no reason to worry about what everyone's saying on the outside or the expectations for me. I just want to play basketball and do the thing that I love.
Do you really always have a smile on your face?
Yeah, I guess you can say that, but the past few days, coaches have been saying it more, so I'm smiling, just emphasize a little bit more.
What do you think having a smile helps you play so much better?
Like I said, I'm always happy and thankful for the opportunities that I get, so I guess I'm just always smiling.
Did you come in with a chip on your shoulder? I mean, you're one of the lowest ranked guys in this class. Did you come in kind of with a chip on your shoulder, something to prove?
Yeah, definitely. Not prove anything, but I just wanted to show guys that I can play as well too, and I think I've done so.
Did you guys worry at all about kind of a letdown after a Louisville blowout win the other day? Because Coach Cal said he kind of thought you might revert coming into this game.
Maybe. I can't speak for the other guys on the team, but personally, no.
Do you feel like you furthered your role on the team faster than you expected this year?
No, I knew my role coming in, and in the past couple of games I've just been more aggressive, and Coach has been putting the ball in my hand.
First league win, what does this mean for you guys, just to get the first one?
I think it was a really good win for us. We fought through adversity, obviously, in the first half. And I think we showed a lot of guts for the team, mostly with freshmen. And I think it's a good learning experience to go back and watch film and stuff and really build on this win.
Cal said that the first half might have been the most selfish half that you guys played as a team.
Mm-hmm.
How did you change it in the second half?
I think we all just came together. We all talked about it before we came out there, and we knew that if we were going to win, we couldn't play that way. So we had to change.
Sure, do you all say anything to Kevin when maybe it's not coming as easy for him right now as it was for so much this year?
We all know Kevin's a special talent, and he'll be fine. he just needs to take a step back, I guess, and smile a bit more, like Cal says.
Does it take some pressure off guys though when you can step off the bench as well as you have, and to know other guys out there can play well when somebody's having an off night?
Yeah, but we know that coming here. A lot of us are talented and can do so many things on the floor, and we're really well rounded.
It seemed like the crowd really got into this game tonight and kind of pushed you guys through some of the tough stretches. I mean, is that one of the loudest you've heard the crowd this year?
I think it's definitely the loudest. A couple times in the game, I was dead tired, but hearing the crowd kept me going a little bit, and I forgot I was tired, so it really helped today. Home court advantage helped.
What does it say about this team that you can shoot like that, but yet still down the stretch in a tight game that you can take the kind of shots and then make them?
I think that's one of our biggest strengths, personally, getting downhill and getting to the lane and putting pressure on teams and stuff like that. So I guess shooting bad doesn't really affect us that much and makes us better.
It seems like your shot was kind of, I mean, your three-pointer was the one that kind of ignited things, and everybody stepped up and just really started taking their shot again. I mean, how do you feel about just kind of getting that part going?
I'm confident in my shot, obviously, and I knew that I was open and I had to shoot it, and was ready to shoot it, and I just knocked it down.
Shai, what can you pinpoint the last two games that's taken your game to the next level? Is it the haircut?
No, it's not the haircut. I've just been focusing a little bit more in film session and watching more film and realizing spots where I could be more aggressive, and I think I've done so in the past two games.
Is that on top of what Cal shows you? You just watch it again?
Yeah, I watch it with myself and with a couple coaches. So.
He said he thought you guys played selfishly in the first half, ball stoppers, things like that. Can you feel that happening when you guys are in the game, or does he need to point that out to you guys?
Oh, definitely. We know when it's happening. I mean, we can all see it. We all get a little selfish sometimes, and things like that happen, but we'll be fine. We just gotta stick to the game plan and I guess mature a little bit.
What's the difference when you're trying to drive? I said the whole reason you drive is to kick it out and pass, and you guys to pass. That's what we, do at times, but not all the time. At the same time, and when you drive and you think you got a shot, you want to take it or get the foul. What's the balance there? It seems like against Louisville, you were able to go to the rack and score with ease. Not necessarily always the case this time. They seem a little more physical, but is there a balance of going to the rim with the intent to score and then going to the rim with the intent to kick?
I think that's one of the biggest things I'm working on right now. And watching film helps a lot. Decision making and knowing when to pick your spots to score in, when to make plays for other people, and that's just what I'm focusing on to make me better.
You talked about having confidence in your outside shot. Cal said at the beginning of the season he wanted you to shoot more. He felt like you were kind of hesitating. Do you feel more confident with that shot now than you did then?
Yeah, definitely. I've been in the gym a lot, worked hard, and I know it's going to pay off, and that's why I'm confident in my shot.
Seems like you're always the first guy out there, at least one of the first couple, 2-3 hours before the game.
Yeah.
Why are you out there so much earlier than everybody else, and how many shots do you think you take before a game starts?
I just like to get through my routine before everyone else gets out there. Honestly, it's just a preference thing. When everyone's out there, the balls are flying. I got to go run for rebounds and stuff like that. But when I'm by myself, it's better. It's more calm.
Shai, what did you think about PJ's play in the second half? He got an early foul trouble, had to sit out for most of the first half, but it seemed like he had an imprint on this game in the second half defensively and just being active.
Yeah, but that's the PJ we all know, and that's his role, and I think that's where we really click, is when he's active and intense and engaged in the game on both ends of the floor. He can be really special.
From the distance, we can't really see the shoes, but what's the story behind the shoes?
To be honest, I just thought they were crazy nice, and they're Kyrie 4s, and I just wore them.
Cal always talks about you smiling and everything, and how that must mean that you're more loose out there. Is that the case? Are you loose on the floor all the time?
I guess you could say I'm loose. I'm not worried about the expectations and what people are saying on the outside. And just focus on the opportunity that I have in front of me and try to make the best of it.
What can you say to Kevin to kind of get him back in the flow of the offense?
I think Kevin's really special. Obviously, he'll be fine, but just to take a step back, I guess. Watch film. And not worry too much. Taking a step back always helps.
Any part of you surprised at how easily you're getting to the foul line?
No, I know that's one of my strengths. Throughout my whole life, I've been able to get my guys on my hip and draw fouls, and I just think I've done so in the past 2 games.
Do you have
Coach
any?
from Georgia kind of bragged about you keeping your dribble alive until you can find those lanes. And has that always been kind of part of your game?
No, I worked out and put that in a couple years ago with a coach of mine, and that's obviously helped a lot, and it's working.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yes, I need to stop eating candy.
Okay. What about your plans tonight?
Hang out with a couple of my people that are here in town.
Did you have
chill.
family here?
Yep. Relax, put my feet up. I'm tired.
Okay.
Cal,